Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. This video, I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to be. I'm going to actually start recording from the beginning of the quest. There'll be multiple pauses throughout it as I wait to get into the Primal battle and everything. But this is the quest to fight the good King Mog. Hail to the King Kupo is the name of the quest. The other scions have already arrived, madame. May I show you in? And yes. I'm kind of excited about this fight. From what I've heard, it's quite hectic, especially as a healer. And we have to go here, talk to some people, find out what's going on. Connie Senna, the leader of the forest peoples, Gridanians. Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad moogles. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Cop. Can you not see that she hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, page, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Cop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. How unsettling? It would seem that good King Moggles Mog the 7th has returned, or the 12th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So, good King Moggles Mog the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but the good king, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held, while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Moogles came to this land. All of us, except good King Moogle, Moggles Mog. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens, so that Moogle kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens from what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem, Yida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that the good king is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes and their summoning of their gods like Ifrit and Garuda. Wait, you're saying a handful of Moogles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard, and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought onto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved these tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Moggles Guard I want to call them the Moogles Guard. I don't like Moggles. Moogles. I'm just gonna say Moogles. The Moogles Guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Moggles Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of the good king, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, of course, they've started to get a little carried away, verging on a lot carried away, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Moogles in a manner similar to that of a Primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Moogle kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Page, confront the good king and drive him from our midst. But what if he just wants to talk and hang out? I mean, shouldn't we talk to the guy first? Humbly, I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Moggles Guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Isumiyan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. So it looks like we have a little bit more running around to do before we can queue up for the fight. I can find my way out of this place. I've only been in this little zone like 2 times throughout the entire game. It's not a place that you come to very often. It's called the Lotus Stand. Lotus Stand, yep. The old city part of Gridania. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, we just need to run down here. I'm pretty sure he'll be down here, yes. I'm gonna say, I don't think he ever actually leaves this place. I've never had to go meet this guy somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. He's the guild master for the Conjurers. Let's see, welcome, Page, welcome. That you should be the one to face the good king is of great comfort, to me and to the elementals both. As I am sure you know, the Moogles are not by their nature a warlike race, yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. Well, as luck would have it, I consider myself ready right now. You have selected Regicide. Brother Isumiyan would unfold to you the secrets of the good king's magical defenses. So, the wards barring access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago, when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplokop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moggles Guard themselves, yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Moogles might succumb to the corrupting influences of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplokop's keystones, Page. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. And I hate this fucking saying, must needs. They use it all the time. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. So, run. Run all over the place. I'll probably keep all of this in. If it's going to be like an hour or 2 of running around doing piddly little things, then I most likely won't. So I wanted to show you guys the whole quest line. Why? I don't know. I've just been in the mood to record more than just the combat segments of this game recently. Not that the storyline is exceptionally awesome or anything like that. Just so you all have a little bit of knowledge what's going on whenever the fights do start. So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. It's gonna float there. Yes, we'll go to Sweet Bloom. We'll travel the shroud with our own 2 feet. Instead of teleporting all over the place. Oh wow, look at all of these moogles. Some big moogles too. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning and I won't allow it. Open your eyes. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this her, Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs. You're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kin's moogles, he plots treason against the crown. Enough! Kupo Cop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Moggles Mog, whatever fuck his name, the 12th. May he reign forevermore. I have a feeling we'll be seeing these guys again. I was going to heal them to death for you. The king is planning to purge the 12's wood of his enemies. We've got to stop him before it's too late. Those moogles were a lot bigger than you. So, how do we get there? The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the Bramble Patch. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Moggles Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me. We have to escort him safely to the warded entrance. Should we fail to defend him or move too far away, he will return to the pier. Son of a bitch. We have to go... That's not too far. Actually, let's see. Can I put some protection up on him? Yes, I can. Okay. It's a shame that he doesn't show up in my party list. Good lord. Actually gonna have to fight this entire way, probably. So yes, this will be a longer video, longer than normal. So what are you gonna do? Just completely ignore me and go straight for him? That is rude. So rude. Come on, Kuplo. I'm worried that he's gonna end up falling behind. I don't know how far away I can get from him. Malevolent squirrels, really? Okay. Yeah, they go straight for him. That's awesome. Anyways, we'll just holy them to death. Go. No, we're not going to die. Even though they did take his buff off. That stone skin gives an extra 18% health. Or at least a shield. Hiding behind a board, you coward. So he probably would have got down to like 60, 75% health without that. Maybe a little bit lower. You can take it. Just toughen up, you little bastard. You cute, furry little bastard. Besides, you're not the one who has to fight the king, are you? Great. You know what? This is gonna be a little bit annoying, considering the fact I can't pull them towards me. Well, I'll heal you if I have to, you little crybaby. So if we would have been attacked by more of those, I'm not entirely sure what I would have done. Say 4 of those probably would have killed him, because it's not like he's gonna sit there and attack them, and I can't do both attacking and healing. I like the music here. It'd be nice if I could disable the battle music completely. A nudist beach party in the hot tub. I don't think I'll be going to that. Oh, wow. A big mama Marlboro and her 2 little babies. Do not get caught in that. I think I did. Yep. That's awful. No, I didn't actually. Okay. Say that breath attack adds all of those debuffs to you, which makes your life a living hell. And if you get hit with that in some of the boss fights or raid battles, it's pretty much a guaranteed party wipe. Okay. A jumpin' Digga. Didga. You still with me? The barrier threshold all the way back here. I've been to this little circle multiple times too throughout the game. This is a fairly important place for some reason. We're here. I don't see any more beasts. Do you? Nope. Are you ready to face the king? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an aetherite. I'll open the way for you. So, we have to attune ourselves, and then it'll open up in the duty finder. And then I'll have to queue up for it and wait until a group forms. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. There we go. Thorn March hard. Now accessible. I guess there's not just a regular Thorn March. Anyways, this could take me a while before I get ready for this. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, hello there, my children. It's been quite a while since I've been waiting to do this fight. So come gather around the campfire here, and let me tell you just how it all went down. The little bastards were having a party, it looks like. That is an awful lot of moogles. Kupo, who in the 7 hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. They know us all too well. Moggles Guard to arms! Defend the king! It's the first time for me too. Oh boy. A whole lot of first-timers. This should be fun. Kill the marked ones. Okay. You're gonna get it right in the bum, Kupo. don't rightly know how I feel about this. Pukla Pookie. Also, I think that the music in this game is, or in this fight, is supposed to be pretty awesome. So once it ramps up, I will probably just mute myself. There's a lot of things to keep track of. It's like, where's the god Moogle at, is what I want to know. I think I'll go ahead and get stone skin up on some people. Again, just because I have no idea what's going to happen. Don't attack that one like ever. So maybe you have to kill these guys in a certain order. And then it gets quiet. Hail to the king, they chant. There's the good king. Holy shit. So this is interesting. Go ahead and send that off. Oh boy, an instant wipe. This could take a while, folks. At least we get Echo for failing, I guess. Yeah, the Echo. This is insanity. Not at all what I was really expecting. So I guess at the very beginning, I'm gonna just be walking myself through this. At the very start, we, oh good, I pissed them all off. We have to take down all of these. Then, once they're beat, they summon the good king. I'm not really entirely sure what happens from that point on. Except that I'm, I'm lost. Ever dance for the Moogle in the pale moonlight? That's just... that's wrong. Yeah, if they're not marked, I'm not even going to bother trying to attack them. Because I don't want to mess up the order. Even if I do see everyone else doing it, I don't know. And now the fun really starts. Kill all 4, then burn boss. We'll give him a little bit of champagne. Those little Moogle icons that pop up, I'm pretty sure we have to dispel those. Those are, I think, some type of debuff. Okay, so kill those 4 and then burn the boss? I think he brings some of them back to life, is that what happened? Okay, whenever he starts doing whatever the hell that was, that's when it's time to go ahead and get my group attacks up. And that was it? That was a little bit easier than I thought it was gonna be. Holy crap. I guess if you don't know what you're doing, it'll be absolutely crazy. Melancholy Mogfork. The Lancers and Dragoons. I can't knead on it. Run away, Moogles! I guarantee you I'll be back someday for the extreme version fight. Well, thank you, everyone. Go ahead and give the Dragoon a commendation. And let's see what they have to say about this. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. I have heard horror stories about that one. It's probably the extreme. All of the extreme Primal fights that I'm going to be doing are incredibly insane. Like 10-minute long fights with tons of footwork, multiple modes and phases. You did it, Kupo, you did it. Good King Moggles Mog the 12th. May his mighty soul rest in peace. He's no more. Good, so you Moogles get to keep your sanity then, right? I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moggles Guard when you did. Thank you, Paige. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell PlumpHelmetPunk that the king is no more. She's with Rayo at Camp Tranquil. She can relay the news to the chieftain. Camp Tranquil, huh? I have a teleport to that place. Okay, so let's go ahead and travel there. I'll keep you guys with me. Camp Tranquil in South Shroud. The fight after this one, I'm pretty sure, is Ramu or Shiva. And then there's still a whole bunch of other boss fights like Diablos, Ultros, and Chupon, Gilgamesh, the Keeper of the Lake, a bunch of hard mode dungeons. I'm not done with this by any means, folks. And all the way down here, hey, this is where the White Mage questline takes place. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from Camp Tranquil. I think I was actually supposed to speak to the Moogle. Ah, a white mage after my own heart. Come to help me get to the bottom of this noisome business. Oh, this is for Ampidor Keep. I guess this is one of the future places I'll be taking you. So, we'll finish this Moogle quest after this. But the elements tell us it was undone by what the Great One calls an unclean presence. I fear that what my brother senses is this very thing. Its satedness drained away after so many centuries, and if it hungers for another city to slake its thirst on. I'll take it from here, sister. Children mages. Manners, Aaron. We've spoken of this. Paige, you've met my younger brother. Of course I have. Remember we saved the fucking 12's woods or whatever? My apologies for the urgent summons, Paige, but the darkness that stirs in Amdapor behind the barrier waits not on our convenience. Something has kindled there, and daily it grows, and how distrait the elementals are. I've not seen the like of it. They show me what feels like awakening and nightmares. I fear this calls for a more prosaic sensing than that of my rare gift. Some disaster slouches towards us. Might you discover the source of these dark visions and nip it in the bud? So, of course, I'm their best hope. It wants me to go to Amdapor. I think it's Amdapor hard mode, actually. So yeah, let's speak to PlumpHelmetPunk here. Dare I believe my ears? Good King Moggles Mog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Moogle kind owes you a debt. And I sense that Rayo wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. I don't know which one to choose here, whatever. We'll just get, how about a red drop? Normally I try to get the item that's most valuable. And she wishes to congratulate us on our victory. Your bravery and service of the Twelves Wood and her moogles shall not be forgotten, page. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the woman responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events. Well, fuck. I guess we better go, folks. Like I say, this game has so much running around back and forth. It just gets absolutely ridiculous. It's turned me into even more of a chain smoker than I was before. But I have a feeling that after the completion of this, we will be sent to another Primal, one that I'm actually way more excited about. Again, I'm really surprised that that was so straightforward and easy. I've heard horror stories about the extreme version, where once people beat it, they vow never to go back. Beat it once and then done. Some say it's one of the hardest fights in the game, which is kind of exciting. Even though I probably won't be recording that one blind. Simply due to the fact that it'll probably be like 15 to 20 fails trying to learn the mechanics of it, which is where the fun comes in. Paige, you are returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus I have 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Well, you see, the moogles were dancing and tearing stuff up, and then they summoned the good king. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the moogles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. You see, Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan were all gods at one point. And they are worshipped by the beast tribes, and then the beast tribes summon them to protect them. The good king apparently isn't even supposed to exist. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the moogles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the aether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. And in that aspect, this is just a little explanation of the lore. I don't know if it was this Final Fantasy that tied it together or another, but all of the Final Fantasy worlds are tied together. They're not necessarily in the same universe or in the same galaxy or even on the same planets, but the Void, the place where we fought the Cloud of Darkness, that Void place ties all of them together. So when Ifrit is summoned into this world, it's the same Ifrit that's summoned into Final Fantasy VI, summoned into Final Fantasy VIII. So technically, I guess, you could go from this world through the Void and then out into another Final Fantasy realm. And that's why Final Fantasy XIV has so many throwbacks and references to the other Final Fantasy games, because I'm pretty sure that those references have come through the Void and landed here. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Askians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kapopo? They said it was a masked man who taught them how, years ago. But Grandandia has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all! How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Paige. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter, which is totally not another primal. The matter of which you speak even now has been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. Well, Yada and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer. Mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Antecedent? So, I'll take you guys to the Waking Sands. It is the base of operations for... You know what, I'll just do it this way. For the Scions of the Seven Dawn, which is the group we ally with in this game. Did you guys beat Ramuh? My FC, I think, was doing Ramuh Extreme. Ah, my Chocobo's stable, son of a bitch. Let's see. I don't want to actually walk there. We'll hire a taxi. Congrats on beating Primal or Ramuh Extreme. Some of my FC went as a group. We'll go to Vesper Bay. And basically they went into the duty finder and got a bunch of other random people with them. It's really difficult to do the extreme fights with randoms. Because again, there's so many mechanics that have to be known. If you go in not knowing what to do in an extreme fight, pretty much everyone's going to die. Everyone has to know their role and what's going to happen. So, someday I'll be going with them or have them go with me to fight the extremes. You'll be seeing a lot more of most of my FC later on. Once we start doing some of the more hardcore content and I get caught up to where they're at. I have to unlock a bunch of quests, basically. Like all of these that I've got here, I've got to go through. Anything that has this meteor icon on it, the flame icon, is a storyline. Oh wow, that's actually a beautiful sunrise. Thorn March was depressingly easy. I was hoping for a bit more of a challenge on it. But, again, there's always the extreme versions. Now to keep unlocking more hard stuffs. In the storyline, we're moving out of the Waking Sands right now. We're heading to a new place called Revenant Toll. That way we can be further away from the influence of any of the kingdoms. And we can basically guarantee the population that we are truly on our own. It is good to see you hale and healthy, Paige. I received word from Yada and Papalmo, whatever, that you had felled the good king, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So, it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Askians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Paige. Probably stun resistance there. And the next quest is called The Gifted. I don't think that's anything I'm going to take you guys with, so I will see you all later. That staff back there, by the way, is really important. I won't explain anything about it. We might be getting into it later on, though.